guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Ashley Nicole. Welcome to my channel. I make beauty videos and vlogs and lifestyle videos, so if you enjoy those kind of videos then you'll like my channel, so make sure you subscribe to my channel right now while we're talking about it and give this video a thumbs up. I am doing my everyday I shouldn't say everyday because I don't do this makeup look every day, but this is my go-to makeup look when I want to do like full glam. This is what it looks like. It's pretty glowy and bronzed. It's just fun. It's like there's a lot of steps, but it is an easy look to achieve. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and just keep watching if you want to see how I got this look. So to prep the skin, there's quite a few steps because you're laying the foundation for your face. You want it to be prepared for all the makeup you're about to put on it. It'll make it last longer, it'll make it look smoother and all over better, okay? So first thing I do is moisturizer, and this is the Tatcha water cream. So I'm just gonna use this, put it all over my face, especially in my dry spots, which is like my forehead and my nose, my chin. Moisturizing is like key. Even if you have oily skin, you still need to moisturize because your skin could be oily really because your skin is dry and it's creating that moisture for your skin. Your skin naturally needs oil, so if you're not giving it what it needs to be moisturized and oily, then it's going to create oil itself. And I mean, even if you moisturize and you're still oily, that's different. If you're really oily, it could be because you're not giving it enough moisture. So everybody use moisturizer, no matter what skin you have. Sorry if the lighting's weird. My camera's being weird, so I'm sorry if it keeps like going in and out between really bright and really dark. I'm going to take a little bit of the water cream as well, right under my eyes. Just because you don't want, if you moisturize under there and make it all smooth, then you're less likely to have a bunch of creases from your concealer and everything. Okay, so Tatcha water cream done. That's step number one. Next step is primer. I feel like this is an essential step for anybody and everybody. I used to not wear primer, don't know why. Primer, good step. Helps your makeup stay on. Again, creates like just a good all over foundation for your actual makeup, so it'll last longer and just overall look better. So I'm gonna put this just all over. Oh, by the way, this is the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I just take a little bit of this all over my skin. This stuff feels really nice because it's like cooling. Okay, primer check. So moisturizer done, primer done. Now, one of my favorite parts is I'm going to go in with the MAC Strobe Cream. It has like a little bit of shimmer in it, so it's gonna make you look dewy and like glowy. If that makes sense. So, MAC Strobe Cream. So I just take a little bit of it, and what I do is I put it in all the spots that you hydrate, and I just tap it into my skin. So I'm just gonna tap this into my skin. I take it on my cheekbones, down to the apples of my cheeks. I do it on my nose, my forehead, because that's where I like to look dewy. I do it all over my forehead. I'm literally using the viewfinder as a mirror right now. Not quite sure why. Okay, and then what I do is I take it right here and almost create like this C shape. See, I go like this. So it's on my temples and then like on the side of my forehead right here. So when you turn, you look all glowy. And then my nose and my chin. Okay, so you can see I look very greasy and oily right now, which I love because after you put the foundation on, it doesn't look like that. Obviously, when you do foundation and then you do powder, you don't look greasy, but it helps me look like more alive instead of so dull. Okay, so the last step for prepping is a facial spray of your choice, whatever you enjoy. I use this every time before I put on my makeup, and I use this at night when I take off my makeup before I go to bed. This is the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, and I just spray this, mist this all over my face. I love this stuff and it smells so good. and then I just kind of fan it dry. So the next thing I do after I moisturize and prep my skin is I start with the eyes. The reason I prep my face and then go to the eyes is because I feel like if you put your foundation on right after everything is still on, I feel like it hasn't set into your skin yet, like all the moisturizers and everything hasn't set into your skin yet, so I feel like it can make it look cakey, and like at least on my skin it doesn't blend in as well. So I wait for this to completely set in while I'm doing my eyes, and then when the eyes are done, I then go on with my face makeup. Everybody's skin is different, but that's just how mine is, so that's what I like to do. Today I'm going to be using Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe and the Morphe 15N Night Master palette. One of my best friends, Michaela, got this for me for Christmas. It's one of Morphe's new palettes. It's super pretty. And then you all probably know what the Jaclyn Hill palette looks like. I just like mix these two together. I kind of change up my look every day, but I essentially do the same thing every day. That's why I'm calling this my everyday makeup tutorial, because it's essentially the same thing. Normally I go in with warm tone mattes in my crease and then like a golden something champagne-y tone like all over the lid, shimmers all over the lid. First thing I'm going to do is take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Fair, and I'm just going to prime my eyelids with this. This is a Real Technique sponge. I'm going to take this and just blend the concealer out on my eyelids. I do this every time. You guys know the drill. Obviously, it's damp too. So now basically all the brushes I'm going to be using today are from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Favorites brush set. It comes with like 20 something brushes, I think. There's a ton of brushes in here. There's a ton of eye brushes. Basically every brush I'm using is from this set, and it comes in like a convenient case, if I can get it to close. So it comes in like this convenient case, and then it lays down flat, so you could just like, it's like the handiest case, and it's super pretty too. So that's what I'm going to be using basically for all my brushes. I'll name the Morphe brushes as I go. Shout out to my boyfriend Johnny for getting this for me for Christmas. Now that I have the concealer all blended out, I'm going to take a Morphe M433 and my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It's like the bronzing contouring palette, and I'm going to take the lightest shade right here, and I am just going to set the concealer in place with this, because it's like the perfect just like bone color. Why are you doing this to my face again? It's just like the perfect bone color to set concealer. It feels so good to be filming right now, you have no idea. And I kind of like how laid back and chill it is that I'm just sitting on my bed doing my makeup. Okay, now that's all set, so the eyeshadows won't move around for the rest of the day. They will stay in place. My brushes are a little dirty right now, don't mind that. So now I'm going to take the Morphe M441. Okay, and I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take these two shades right here, which are Silk Cream and MFEO, and mix those two together, tap off the excess, and start blending into my crease. This is going to be my first transition shade, so I'm going to bring it higher up to the brow bone and just blend it all over my crease, but this is going to be the shade that goes highest up to my brow bone. I'm not going to take the other shades and bring them up that high. We're going to take the lightest shade and put it up that high. Okay, so next for the eyes, I am going to take all four of these shades right here and work those into the crease. Lightest ones go further up just a little, but I'm keeping the darker ones deeper in the crease. So those shades are Creamsicle, Butter, Pooter, and Pukey. So these four shades right here. I zoomed you guys in a little bit more. So what I did was I took Creamsicle right here and Pukey right here, and I used the same M441 brush and blended those all over my crease. As you can see, it's a little bit more warm toned, a little bit more orangey. And now I'm going to take a little bit more tapered of a brush, which is the Morphe M573. It's a little bit more tapered, and I'm going to take those two darker shades right here, which are Butter and Pooter, and I'm going to blend those just a little bit deeper in the crease, and I'm not going to take them up as far. So that's one eye done with those shades, and this is it without it. As you can tell, it just like added a little bit more depth and dimension to the eye look. So now I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Night Master palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called, these two shades right here, which are called Editorial and Hello, and they're like the darkest brown shades in the palette. I'm gonna use those, and with a Morphe M513, which is a way more tapered brush, I'm gonna work those even deeper into the crease. I'm gonna do a lot of mixing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade right here, which is Hustle. It's almost like a taupey brown shade. It's a shimmery shade. I'm gonna take Hustle, and this one right here, which is Meeks. So I'm gonna take Hustle and Meeks, and then the shade from the Night Master palette, Unique, right here, which is a more champagne-y tone. So I'm literally just gonna pick up all three of those on my Morphe M210 brush. It's like a flat shader brush, and I'm just gonna pack those on there. Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray again, just spray it. This gives it more of like a wet look, and it makes it more foiled instead of just shimmery. That's it for now. We're gonna come back to the eyes in just a little bit. So now we are going to start on the face. We're gonna take the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea water foundation. Like I said, dry skin, so I need really hydrating foundations. So I'm gonna take this. I am in the shade Porcelain, shocker. And it's a dropper foundation. I take the little dropper and drop it on my face. So it's kind of a lot. I don't use a ton of foundation. So I'm gonna take some from that side and put it on this side. And then I take my damp Real Technique sponge again, and I use the flat side of it and blend this all out, just using like pouncing motions, because you don't want to harshly blend it in. And I know I'm gonna look super pale, but I like my foundation to be a little bit more pale. That way, when I put bronzer on, it doesn't look too dark. You always gotta wait for the finished look. Like, people, don't judge it before you see the end. I'm gonna blend it down my neck too. Drop her again. And drop some of it on my face. Out. I'm taking my same Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Fair. And putting this, quite a bit of it actually. Normally I don't do this much, but I guess I'm going for it today. All under my eyes. Taking the pointed edge of my Real Technique sponge and blending this out. Okay, now I'm just going to use this to cover up any breakouts. I have a couple down here. So cover up the redness. And I'm just putting some right here too, just because, to brighten it up. Around my nose because I have redness there. Now we're going to set everything in place. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to take the Morphe M438 brush. It's like a tapered brush. And I'm going to pick some of the powder off and then set under my eyes, making sure to blend out any creasing beforehand. I'm using this brush to set basically everywhere where I put concealer. Now I'm going to take this giant blending brush by Morphe. It's the Morphe E41. Again, part of their Elite collection. It's just a giant powder brush. I'm going to take some of this powder and set the rest of my face with it. Pretty self-explanatory. But it's like so fluffy. It's so light on the skin, it feels so good. Now I'm gonna take just this Morphe tapered like bronzing brush, and then I'm gonna take my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna take the middle shade right here, which is called Shadow Play. It's like the most warm, it's the lightest warm brush or bronzer. It's more of like the bronzing color in the whole palette. And put this cheekbones, jawline, temples, forehead, everywhere you want to bronze and contour. See, bringing back life to my face now. Morphe R10, and this is really weird, but I just go like this and kind of like blend it out with this, just using like the flat part of it. Kind of drag it down around my forehead. Now I'm going to take the Morphe M530 blush brush, and I'm going to take my Tarte blush in the shade, this is the shade Party. Take some of that and put it on the apples of my cheeks and kind of drag it up. Alright, next up I've been using this little compact from the brand Flower Beauty. They sell it at Walmart. Heard good things about it. My best friend Kalea is like obsessed with this, so she got this for me for Christmas. The bronzer completely fell out and fell all over me, so just be careful if you use this, but this highlighter is like really pretty and it's really pigmented. So I'm going to take my Morphe M510, this highlighting brush, and take that shade and put this on the high points of my cheekbone and drag it down a little bit. I like to put it like on the apples of my cheeks too. Just like that. See how blinding that is? Like, bam. And it's like so soft, it blends into the skin like perfectly. It doesn't look all chunky or anything, but it is still very noticeable. And then I'm going to put it on the center of my forehead, just what's left on my brush, and bridge of my nose, and especially the tip of my nose, and then my cupid's bow, and then what's left of it on my chin. Because I like to look glowy and highlighted. I take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and this is the best thing I have ever used in my entire life. Like, I cannot go a day without this now. It is an essential. Michaela got this for me for Christmas, and I am obsessed with it. It's like just the finest mist, and what I use this for is to like, it's a setting spray obviously, but I use it after I put all powders on my face. This like really sets them in. I use quite a bit of this. Face makeup completely done. We're gonna go back to the eyes now. I'm gonna take this eensy beensy tiny brush. This is the Morphe M213. It's like this tiny flat shader brush. And what I do with this is I take the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I take the first shade right here, which is called In Light, and I just use this and use it to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone as well. Now I'm going to take the Morphe M432 brush, and it's just like this flat, almost like a liner brush. I'm going to take the shade Goals and Editorial, sorry. What am I thinking? Goals and Editorial, and I'm just going to put this right up to my lower lash line, and and it's going to be like a really solid line. It's going to be like a really harsh line, but don't worry, we're going to blend it out. Okay, Okay, and then I'm going to take this really tiny brush. It's the E36. It's like a really small rounded brush. And take the shade right here, Goals, and blend this out, blend out that lower line that we just made. And kind of drag it down and make it a little bit smoked out. Now what I'm going to do is take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Soft Brown. I'm going to do my eyebrows with this. I start by brushing them all up with the spoolie, and then I just outline my brows. You can see they have a shape, and I like the way they're shaped. They're shaped perfectly for me. I just hate that they're super blonde. So basically I'm just darkening them up, but I just outline them like just the way they are. And then, except this side is a little bit more sparse, so I just over outline it just a little bit and then fill them in. And I've done this a million times, so I'm not going to show this to you guys. So my eyebrows are naturally this shape. They're naturally not completely even. I don't think anybody's are. It's hard to match them up, so I do my best every day, but this is what we're getting. I don't feel like spending 10 minutes on them. I do like 3-minute eyebrows now. I used to spend so long on my eyebrows. I don't do that anymore. They're a little bit off, but that's life, right? So now I'm going to take my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This is just my mini size one. I feel like the spoolie on this travel size one is like, for some reason, better. I like it because it's a little bit smaller. I don't know. So I brush the brow hairs up because I like them to look more full. And then I kind of just like put them down a little in some spots. Okay, eyebrows are done. The next step is mascara. I'm going to curl my eyelashes with the Tweezerman eyelash curlers. I'm going to take my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and coat my lashes. My eyelashes are just not very full, or they're nothing special, so mascara is meh to me. I like wearing false lashes, but I don't like putting them on every day, so you just gotta work with what you got. As I take this tube of the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, it's basically completely empty, but I like using the wand because it like curls my lashes. And it just like helps the mascara it helps take the clump out of the mascara. So I just used my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash on my bottom lashes. Next step is the lips, and I'm going to be using this little Huda Beauty lip contour set. Very purpley. I don't know how this is going to look with my eyeshadow look, but we're just going to go for it. I change up my lip color all the time, so this isn't really, but I'm just going to use the lip liner to line my lips and then put the lipstick on. So that comes with two little liquid lipsticks. As you can tell, one's a lot more purpley pink and one's a little bit more like of a nude purple tone, and I am going to be using that. You're supposed to mix both of them together, but I just don't want it so purple. I love these lipsticks and lip liners. They're so good. Lip liner is in the shade Trophy Wife, and the liquid lipstick I used is in the shade Muse. Camera's about to die. Very last step is setting my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I would use the Morphe one, but I use this one to set my makeup. So I kind of feel like this smells like sandwiches. It's kind of gross and very strange that I think that, but I'm weird, what can I say? So this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy. This is just like my everyday makeup tutorial when I want to put like a full face of makeup on. Obviously I don't wear this like every single day, but this is like my go-to makeup look when I want to do full face of makeup. So it's pretty easy. I know that there's a lot of steps, but it's pretty simple. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me, because I am back better than ever. Got a new computer. I'm going to be editing videos more often and filming, and I just need to get back in the groove of things. So just give me a little bit of time and we'll be back. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.